Welcome back. Well, this summer we heard a number of announcements and discussions about regional transit across the Quinte region and where to go next. And joining us, Shelley Ackers, the Executive Director of Quincy Access Transportation, as it's been all centered about them this summer. Shelley, thanks so much for joining us as we continue to see lots of exciting announcements as we continue to really see how we can expand further on regional transit.
Yes, thanks for having me. Yeah, we're very excited and we're always happy to share all the news on all the things that are happening in transit in the area. So many people may be aware, we've started a fixed route transit system from Picton into Bloomfield and then into Belleville. So we're connecting at the Belleville bus terminal. We have 4 runs currently running Monday to Friday. You don't have to book that ahead of time. You just can go to one of our stops and you can get the bus, and it'll connect you with the Belleville transit system at the hub, which is the Belleville bus terminal. So the exciting part about this is it's kind of the first step to a regional approach to a transportation system. So the nice part is we can get people to another transit system that can then access all of Belleville. We can then get our buses turned around, so hopefully we can be providing more service in the county because we'll have quicker turnaround times to get more people. So the stops are in Picton, and then there is one in Bloomfield before it goes to Belleville. So the other part that we're offering to that part of the service that is rolling out as well is what is more of an on-demand. So anybody that doesn't have actual access to those stops, so you live just out of the area, maybe you're in Wellington and you want to get into Picton or you want to get to Belleville, you can call us and we will utilize our other vehicles that we have for our on-demand service, and we will connect people with that transit system. So you don't have to live right in Picton to be able to use it. You can live anywhere in the county and you can call us and we'll arrange rides to hook you up to that transit system. So that's the nice part about it. Although we have the fixed routes, so we have set times, we're able to get people into those routes. So it really broadens that availability up to people in the county so that they can all be using it.
How much is the price to get a ride from the county to Belleville?
So currently from Picton to Belleville for an adult is $11 each way. That includes then a transfer onto the Belleville system. So when they get into Belleville, they don't have to pay for another ride. So that's all included in that price.
And how many people are you typically seeing right now, Shelley, using the bus right now?
So right now we see anywhere from probably 4 to 5 on a regular daily basis. Sometimes up to about 7, depending. People are just going in for some shopping in that. Of course, with the COVID, we did have some restrictions on seating capacity. So we did have our bus seating capacity capped at 6 passengers, just so we could keep some distancing in there. Masks are required on all of our vehicles. So we're hoping that once things start to kind of get back to normal, whatever that's going to look like, things will start to pick up because we're still finding more things are just starting to open.
Yeah, and another big announcement a couple weeks ago, funding coming from the Ontario and federal governments for regional transit, this time to Quinte West. That's been a long time coming, Shelley.
Yes, it has. We've been talking about it for a number of years. It's one of our probably largest request areas is a connection from Quinte West, Trenton into Belleville. So we did get the funding announcement, and it was an infrastructure funding announcement. So that will give us the funds to purchase more buses, put up bus shelters, because we have to have hubs where we can be bringing people to transfer to the other systems. So we'll be looking at some locations for that, as well as some security systems for our vehicles, just to make it a little safer for people so that everybody is comfortable when they're riding on the buses. Again, we're going to be hooking up to the Belleville system from the west as well. So we will travel in and go to the hub, which is going to be the Belleville terminal or Loyalist College. And then you'll get transfers and you'll be able to then go anywhere in Belleville on the Belleville system.
Now we've seen the funding announcement. Do you know of a timeline as to when this will we can see this actually in action on the roads?
So we're just revisiting. We had a plan a few years ago. We had tried to get some funding through a CT, a community transportation grant. So we're going back to that plan, and we're just going to kind of revise that time frame. So, we're hoping sooner than later, but of course, ordering vehicles, there is a process in that. So there will be some time before we can get some vehicles and actually get them out. But there's lots of route planning and times and things to be done. So we want to be able to make sure that we've got most of the hiccups worked out, not that we'll get all of them. It's transportation. It always has a few bumps along the way. But we're hoping that, it'll be sooner or later, but maybe towards the first of the year would probably be a fairly good assumption.
Long time coming. Shelley, a couple questions I had though for you, because we mentioned in that federal and provincial announcement a couple weeks ago at this Quinte West Chambers, a feasibility study. Could you walk us through what that really means?
So the feasibility study is, it's more to do with the actual route planning to come up with some sustainable routes. We do have quite a distance between Trenton and Belleville, so we just want to make sure that the routes that we have planned out are hitting the largest areas where we could possibly get people. Work with timings with Loyalist College, working with the group over in the industrial park for manufacturing, so we can get shift times. When do we have to have people there? So that's what that study is going to do, is really give us that kind of plan to have it sustainable, so that we hit the mark and we're being able to help as many people as we can. Basically is what it's for.
And with helping as many people as we can right now, Shelley, with you being the Executive Director of Quinte Access, of course, what has it been like finally reflecting and really seeing this actually come on paper?
We talked to a lot of people. We've been doing the specialized transit in this area for 30 years. So we've talked to a lot of people that don't have transportation options, and they rely on other people, family, friends. So we've heard thousands and thousands of stories from people, and we're just so happy for them that people are going to have that opportunity now, just the same as everybody else, you can go to movies, you can go shopping, we can bring people to Quinte West, they can see all the great things we've got here. It's just exciting to see that for the people that live in the area, that really some of them maybe have not been out of the area for quite a number of years because they just don't have access. So it's just really exciting to see that happen for them.
For more information on Quinte Access and how we can access the services, and more importantly, all these routes going forward, where can we go for information?
So everything will be on our website when we launch. So it's www.quinteaccess.org. They can also call our office, and we're more than happy to walk them through it, explain it. We'll be offering some travel training programs when we get things launched. So people that maybe are new to transit, new to this type of thing, we can do some travel training with them to make it a little bit easier to do those connections in Belleville. So we'll really work with people to hopefully make it as comfortable as possible and as easy as possible for them.
Anything we have to keep in mind as passengers as we continue to look out for more ways to get around finally?
So as passengers, it's just, making sure like you have your mask when you get there. Make sure that if you're not feeling well, that you do stay home, and trying to keep our distance from people, and being at stops on time and that. So it's more for us to be there for them, and if they follow the kind of rules that we have for the transit, we'll have a really good partnership, I think. Yeah.
Shelley Ackers, once again, the Executive Director with Quinte Access Transportation, wishing you and your team well, and this is exciting news going forward too as we continue to close out what's been a very interesting year.
Thank you. It's been nice to be here.
Thank you so much, Shelley. Really appreciate it.